Oh, okay, I'm not exactly sure which take this is, but take whatever. Jason here. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to this video. I hope you're doing great. If you're new to the channel, I am a photography fanatic. Absolutely love it. My favorite type of photography, my passion is nature photography and landscape photography. Basically, the outdoors, just anything in the outdoors. Give it to me. All right. So what I want to talk about today is photography, life, and persistence. Persistence in nature photography in particular is instrumental. It's absolutely the key to success. You have to keep pushing yourself to go out and create the moments that will get you wicked photos. For instance, you might go to a location and hear a bird. Let's just talk about birds for a moment here. You might hear a bird and you might never see it. Going back to that same spot week and week again, you might see a glimpse of it weeks later. And then months later, you might actually see that bird. That's exactly what happened to me. It took me just under 3 months to get a photo of an American bittern. I'll show you that here. To get that level of photo took 3 months. I did take photos of it before, but it was always the back end of the bird flying away. Because that little guy was skittish AF. So that's where persistence comes into play. You've got to keep going back. You got to keep trying. You got to keep pushing yourself. But here's the thing. Persistence without learning, without growing is... Persistence without learning or growing is just crazy. It's no good. You need to try, you need to put the effort in, but you need to also learn and grow so that your next effort is a more intelligent level or a more sophisticated level of attempt. If that makes any sense. So, with nature photography, with landscape photography, you have to put the time and the effort in. Keep learning, keep growing, keep getting better. Now let me tell you about a real life problem that I'm having right now where persistence and patience are going to be key. My patience is being very tested. This is my problem. I have friends and associates and so on that I follow on Instagram. A lot of my favorite nature photographers and local wildlife photographers here just outside of Toronto. And they're getting absolutely beautiful photos of owls, just crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside. These photos are so good. And then there's me. I've gone out many, many times and I haven't even seen an owl, not even one. So it's getting emotional. But that's where the persistence comes in. I'm gonna keep trying, but then here's where the growth comes in. Trying without learning, trying without growth doesn't work. Well, it can work, but it works better if you grow. So I'm going to come up with a game plan. I'm going to keep persisting, but I'm also going to apply a plan. So, number one, I'm going to reach out to some of my birding friends and associates and ask them questions, see if they are willing to part with the information on where they saw these owls and where they've been going to get some of these photos. And then hopefully I can then take that knowledge and get the photos for myself. The other thing I can do is research. So I can look online and research owl behaviors. What kind of what time of day do they usually appear? Where do they usually appear? Is it deep in the forest? Is it at the edge of the forest? Is it near fields? Like, what kind of behaviors do the owls have? And how can I take that knowledge and then apply it so that I can get myself a crispy, juicy owl photo? Or 2, or 10. So, I will get these photos. I will get them. But yeah, research. So I can look up, I've got my certain locations, my favorite locations that I go to now. And I've tried those a bunch of times. So maybe it's time to look for a new location. So taking that knowledge of that I just learned about owl behavior, where can I go that would suit an owl's lifestyle? I'm going to have to look up new locations and check those out and be persistent and keep going back to those locations to see if I can finally get these photos. I'll show you some of the photos that my friends have been taking. Here, take a look. They're good. Let's talk about the life portion of the title of this video. And the same thing applies to pretty much anything in life. Like, if you want to take up a hobby and become good at it, woodworking, playing pool, anything, knitting, anything, painting, you need to be persistent. You got to try, you got to fail, learn from it, try again, get better, be persistent. You want to get a promotion at work, same thing. Put the effort in, put the time in, be there every day, be a good employee, get your work done, be persistent, and prove that you're worth a raise, they're worth giving that raise to. Persistence is one of the greatest things that you can harness to better your life. where were you? Finally getting that chance. Seeing some photos from inside the truck. And we'll see how our luck is today. Okay. I'll give you an example of how persistence, learning, and growth affected my own life. I'm not going to say which industry, but I was in an industry, just started completely fresh, completely green to it. But I did have a background in technical issues and electronic and electrical issues. So I was like a sponge. I would go in every day. I would listen to the top guys, learn from them, do my best to remember everything they said, and just kept learning, kept growing, kept asking the questions until eventually I became a master myself. At which point I was able to start my own business and make it a success. It took a few years, but with persistence, I learned, I grew, and I achieved a massive, beautiful goal. So I think what I'm ultimately trying to say is, in life, as in photography, as in anything, keep trying, don't give up. Even when you feel, like with this owl situation, I've been at it for 2 months, give or take a few days, and there were times where I just felt like staying home or going back home because I was out and seeing nothing. That's not the way. Keep trying, keep going. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this little chat. If you did, maybe subscribe. I don't know. Do whatever you want. All right. Bye.